4 undiluted, unadulterated. It's probably replicated, but still not yet duplicated. It's sports only on Elegbete TV radio. I seriously love listening to it.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakolo, and you're listening to Elegbete TV radio. Stay tuned.
Elegbete TV radio.
Beppo!
Listen.
My superstar.
You are listening to Elegbete TV
That
radio.
film that you put came to shoot here, I don't see him.
This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV radio, the best in entertainment and sport.
Today now,
Elegbete TV radio, we dare
my
to
entire family are
lead.
gathering.
This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV radio, the pathfinder for radio. Elegbete TV radio. We are not just about radio, TV, or YouTube numbers. We are all about connecting
Ayo,
with people
Dada.
and creating a
Thank you.
community of great minds and values.
Hey, I don't get choice. I don't get choice. Right, like I always say, there are not two games that are the same. So because we beat Satuma and Principe 10 goes to nothing from home does not mean we will beat them 10 goes to nothing in Nigeria. For those who feel like it was not enough to their expectation, the expectation is not what matters. What matters is the fact that the team have qualified. Congratulations to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Congratulations to Victor Osimhen. Yes, the boy from Olusha. So is not disappointing. 20 goals in 26 appearances for the national team of Nigeria. That's way more than it's almost 1 goal every game that is played now. Against Atuma and Principe, scored 7 goals over 2 games, 4 goals in the away game and 3 yesterday. The beauty of that game was the way the team came together. No wasteful crosses. Well, maybe because Moses Simon didn't start. And Kelechi Iheanacho would go back and say, well, let me watch that tape again. I guess I should record this one and keep it. It's his best game in the Super Eagles. If you've seen Kelechi Iheanacho play better than he played against Atuma and Principe, please remind me. But in my opinion, I think that was his best game ever for the Super Eagles. And I think Ademola Lookman, I mean, he's grown. He's got beards now, looking a lot more mature than the baby face we used to see. Also put in a good performance. But what about Wilfred Ndidi going from just a traffic checkpoint man, a last man, to a pass maker? I mean, it was that look away pass to end Victor Osimhen that penalty. I think Victor Osimhen coined the referee and just got the goalkeeper out there. But hey, it is football. This things happen, and it was nice seeing him play the way he played, seeing everybody play online. But then a lot of people will say, oh, it's Satuma and Principe. Let's see them play like that against the big boys of African football. Well, don't forget that Victor Osimhen scored 10 goals in this qualifiers. His closest rival, Sadio Mane, African Footballer of the Year, was half the number of goals that he scored. Yes, that is 5 goals. And a quick rundown on Victor Osimhen's game record for Nigeria. Started playing for the national team in 2017, made his first appearance in 2017, and made only one other appearance in 2018. In 2019, he made 7 appearances for the national team of Nigeria, scored 4 goals, and in 2020, that wasn't a good one though, year of the COVID, 1 appearance, 1 goal. 2021 has happened to be the best time for him. He had the most number of games played for Nigeria, 8 games, 5 goals, and in 2022, 4 games, 5 goals, keeping the record straight now. And this year so far, he's played 4 games, have scored 5 goals already. There is still a game in November. Let's hope that it will give us a hat-trick and just push it there. Let's make it known that if he scores hat-trick back-to-back in his next 2 games, which would take him to 28 games, it will probably almost get to the record of 1 goal a game. Rashidi Yakini's record still stands at 37. That's the most any Nigerian striker has scored playing for the national team. Victor Osimhen is 17 from hitting that mark and 18 from becoming the all-time highest goal scorer, just as Neymar Jr. as eclipsed Pelé for scoring the most goals for Brazil. But my name is Edafe Matthias. You love to come in the sports. This is the Sports Buffet. This morning we've got a whole lot of stories. Novak Djokovic is on 24th heaven as he suffered and punished Medvedev. So, I mean, if you watch the game, you say the game took so long. Medvedev was suffering. 6-3, 7-6, 6-3 was the scoreline. So you see Novak Djokovic won in straight sets, but even at that, it took a long time, and the heat of Flushing Meadows was not easy, but survival is the name of the game. And when that beast called Novak Djokovic is on the other side and is in the finals, it takes more than a Daniil Medvedev to knock him off the perch. So 24 Grand Slam title for the man, title in his 36th finals. Damn, that's... No one can stop us now. You know that Chelsea song? They should be playing it for Novak Djokovic. Come on, that guy's come on. It's good. Well, I've got some messages, a whole lot on my DM. People want to talk about the Super Eagles, but let's just focus on the news, the stories. Wife beater, or is it girlfriend beater, Anthony would not come back to Manchester United. Now, let me tell you something about pattern. I've always said something in this show, that everything in life follows pattern. When I was growing up, there's this talk that my mom and my auntie Grace would always say, and they do to talk to my younger sister, that and most oftentimes than none, it's not a giving, but oftentimes a larger percentage, a woman that gave birth out of wedlock would have daughters that would also give birth out of wedlock. And it didn't make sense to me. Come on, I'm a guy, I'm always fighting against conspiracy theories. I'm always asking questions, and that got me into a lot of troubles. But let me land with this point now. And then my mom would say, if this happened to your father, it would happen to the sons. If this happened to your mother, that's how my mom always give us analogy. My mom is very, very analytical. So she will tell you, if this thing is happening, this one will happen. This one. So she's the cause and effect kind of person. So as I grow up, as much as I argue against it, I try to study pattern. I guess that's what brought me into football analysis. I try to study pattern in life. I try to look at people. If I see somebody doing something, I try to say, okay, this could be because his father is this or his father is that. And I say, lady living a certain kind of life, I say, okay, probably got it from the mother. Okay, that's one. But on the show today, they say Monday is a money-making Monday. I don't know what that means because I spend money every day, so I need to make money every day, right? I don't know if it's only Monday that people make money, but let's just go with the flow and accept that it's money-making Monday for the sake of the show, right? Now, so I want to know from you, what is the best money or financial advice anybody's ever given to you that you applied? Because it's not just an advice. Not only this is not recorded, this is live. We're running live. It's a live show. What is the best money-making advice you've ever got from someone? So if you get advice and you didn't apply it, don't come and talk to me about it, because that sounds like motivational speaker who tells you to do one thing and they are not practicing it. What's the best money-making advice or money advice, financial advice you've been given by anyone? You applied it and it worked, and you would gladly and willingly give it to someone else or your children. Okay. For me, okay, I'll talk about mine later, but let's go to the new segment and then I'll tell you, read some of the messages on my DM. Novak Djokovic completed the sweetest of returns to Flushing Meadows on Sunday night, banned in 2022, the oldest champion ever in 2023. Sorry, the 36-year-old Serbian won his first US Open title in 5 years when he saw off Daniil Medvedev in a brutally physical encounter that pushed both men to their limits, even with a straight set outcome of 6-3, 7-6, 6-3 for Djokovic, a 24th Grand Slam title in his 36th final was a signal that his Wimbledon reversal was an aberration rather than the start of a trend. And he moves 2 major ahead of Rafael Nadal, surely never to be caught. I don't know about that. That would probably mean more to him than equaling the mark of Margaret Court from the early era of tennis. Well, I don't know if it is true. This is just the writer's opinion. But, you know, when you have a strong rival, you want to be on top. You want to be on top, not at the bottom. You know, if you understand what I'm saying. Like Buhari said, top to bottom, and it really took us from top to bottom. But then he would be very, very happy, you know, come on, I'm better than this guy. I beat him in many finals. He won me some, but overall numbers are better. Against the rangy Russian, number 3 seeded. I mean, Russia is at war. People are banning Russia, but Russian was at the US Open. All these people, they are playing Kalo with our head. Russia, number 3, he came through a match which was predictably marked out by rallies that mixed athleticism with attrition and had the crowd gasping in disbelief. They took lumps out of each other from the baseline, but as it is so often the case with Djokovic, he was the one who delivered when it most mattered. 3 hours and 17 minutes had been played when Medvedev struck a last forehand into the net. He was initially subdued in the moment of victory, but then wept as he went over to hug his daughter in the stand. Damn. Manchester United club shop was unable to sell shirts bearing the name of new £75 million striker Rasmus Højlund for more than a month because he did not have any Danish OS alphabet in stock. So they were running around trying to sign these players, but the shop could not say, okay, let's go get his name, or they just relaxed. I'm just imagining that happened in Nigeria, Sha. You would see the talk. But hey, frustrated supporters branded the club incompetent after being told that the Old Trafford megastar was waiting on the arrival of the required letter to spell out the star's signing surname. Now, again, that's another thing that's different from ours. When we buy jerseys, we like our name on it. If you even dash me jersey with your name on it, just know I'm not going to wear it. Okay? I must have my name. But over there, people take like great pride in putting a buy jersey with my money. I can't put one player name. Nah. Tomorrow morning, the player will go and sit in an interview and begin to insult the club. No. And then I'm not going to burn my jersey, but I'm taking like stupid, you know. You should have just put your name on the jersey. Put your preferred number. It doesn't matter. But hey, they have their ways. I have my ways. We are not. There is 2 truths can stand side by side. But I'm just saying, what sense does it make? Let me ask you guys. Would you rather have the name of your favorite player on the jersey that you wear, or you would rather have your name? For me, it's always going to be my name. Elevator 1, number 7, my favorite number that I wore playing football all through, number 7. Any other thing, keep your jersey to yourself. I remember when I saw gave me jersey one time, and I said, oh boy, I'm not going to wear them. I'll give them a will. Maybe you know vessel. So if you're not going to give me that, whole and back home. It's like, bros, now you get anything you want to do with it, do with it. Because it's the same with doing Hegalo too. So sometimes you're feeling big. No, I'm not. Again, my reason, especially on this job that we do, you wear that jersey walking and say, hey, they don't give our money now. It doesn't say the way I see my jersey or the way I do Gala jersey. The way Nigerians think. I know that I really don't care what people think, but sometimes it just don't support it. Don't create opportunity for people to use it. All right. So Højlund arrived from Atlanta at the start of August, but fans who tried to buy the 20-year-old shirt as late as Friday were told that they were waiting the arrival of the unique O and promised an update on Wednesday. They're not even sure when it will come in. And I mean, that's straight. But fans, can you not just put your name and move on? Okay, put his number, but put your name and move on. Well, kiss, good night. That's what we always do. When we're chatting with people, we will write hugs and kisses. But then there are some kisses that can cost you dearly, as Luis Rubiales finally quits. Shame Spanish FA president resigned after weeks of criticism over kissing Jenny Hermoso on the lips at the Women's World Cup final, but first to apologize and vows to defend my honor, quote unquote. Luis Rubiales has resigned as president of the Spanish Football Federation following weeks of controversy. And He was on what's it called? Piers Morgan's show. He had an interview with Piers Morgan yesterday. I think it'll be airing today or tomorrow. And it's beginning to look like I'm feeling for him. I mean, I don't support the way he kissed the girl. I knew I was watching that final, and the moment he kissed her, I just told my daughter was sitting next to me watching the game, and I said, that man just got himself a truckload of trouble. My daughter is 9, and she was like, what do you mean by that? I said, that kiss is unapproved, and there's going to be a problem. But I wasn't looking at it from the context of the kind of problem that came up. I was looking at it from the context of his wife watching that clip and his daughters watching that clip and saying, Daddy, what the... I know what my daughter would do, what my daughter would say. So I knew, I mean, if I'm talking to somebody and I say, oh, sorry, dear, just the word dear causes problem. I mean, almost everywhere we go out to shop, they know her like that. They just say, Daddy's first love. Because maybe I could just say, hey, babe, Alpha. And my daughter would put up the biggest drama to let everybody know that I have a wife. Like, I can't just even just pretend like I'm a single father for once. You know, she would just give you all the drama, the attitude, the door, all of that. And it works for her anyway. It's gotten her to be a lot more popular than me. Sometimes I don't like going out with her, but she would definitely want to tag along with me. Well, let's go to another one. One person is losing his job due to kissing. Another one is losing his job due to tempers that cannot be controlled at home, now bringing problem to the workplace. It's not like you have a problem at the office. You have a problem at home with your boo, your babe, but it's costing you your job and probably your earnings, and might just excommunicate you. They might just declare you persona non grata because precedents have been set before. They've chased at Mason Greenwood. Anthony is the next in line. But then, if you look at Erik ten Hag's history, when Marco Verma sent naked picture to a female staff at Ajax, he defended him. Or does the law not apply to management staff? I'm just asking anyone. And he asked for somebody, not be me. Anthony would stay away and not return to Man United until further notice. You know, when they use that word further notice, it don't be for you. As club act amid the domestic abuse allegations his ex-girlfriend Gabriela Cavallin made against him. This is my thought. I'm not sure that's the reasoning behind Gabriela's behavior. But I think once they did what they did to Mason Greenwood, Gabriela just felt, you know what? Women can be very, very vengeful. Like when they want to serve revenge, they serve it grace. This club has shown that they can support women that are beaten by their boyfriend or husband. Okay, let's take it to that level. Let me go out public with it and watch if Man United will say, okay, this is a Brazilian, we're not going to. But then they've acted. Manchester United have confirmed Anthony will not return to the club with the rest of the squad following the conclusion of the international break while he addresses allegations of domestic abuse. Now, wow. See the kind of the people. Well, I lost my job for doing a YouTube content. So what's it? They want to beat somebody at least. My own is even worse. Anson Flick finally got the sack. I'm not happy that I got sacked, but I'm just saying. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a background to this guy. Anson Flick is sacked as German head coach after embarrassing 4-1 hammering by Japan and winning just 4 of his 17 games in charge, with Euro 2024 just 9 months away. Now I'm going to go into this in details, but let me finish the other story. In the Premier League, they are saying they want to introduce certain innovation. And one of those innovations is that when a player is substituted, the media should immediately be able to interview that player and get him to respond to game action, especially like all those players that will score a hat-trick and they will take them out and everybody will clap for them, or players that really make some very good impact, or players that are substituted and they are angry that they substituted them. They have made the sponsors, the media rights owners of the Premier League have made a request to the league and the clubs that we need to have the permission. I mean, they're pushing this thing so far. First off, when I was playing football, the dressing room is a no-go area. It's a shrine for coaches and players. That place is a place where the cameras don't go. It's a taboo. Now they go there. When I was playing, referees' conversation is hidden. Even players don't get to know it. Now, during the Women's World Cup, referees have to explain their decision in the, PDA, PDS, sorry, public address system in the stadium. And many things are changing. This one, my guys, how do you guys think about it? Interviewing a player while the game is on, so it's an in-game interview. While the game is on, you interview them. You know, I don't know how your reception is to it, but I always know that changes are first of all not well accepted, and then it becomes a normal thing. So in-game interviews with Premier League stars could soon become commonplace if broadcasters get their way. International partners have told league bosses they want them to improve access while matches are taking place, and have made a number of proposals that they want to be part of the deal for the next cycle of rights. Jesus Christ. I thought the Premier League is saying that they don't even want to sell rights anymore. Alongside cameras in dressing rooms, broadcasters will want to be able to speak to players moments after they have been substituted in a move they feel will greatly enhance coverage. How does that enhance coverage? I don't know. In theory, clubs would have to provide a player to speak from the bench on a set number of occasions, with the hopes that viewers would hear from someone who has made a match-changing contribution. You know, when they're setting a proposal, proposals are always looking beautiful until it becomes a problem. The prospect received a lukewarm response. It didn't receive a no, it's just a lukewarm. Let's crank up the heat a little bit. It will go from lukewarm to hot. Okay, Paul Pogba has revealed that he contemplated retiring. You know why retire? After 11 million pounds extortion plot against him, and claims money can break up a family and create war. With brother Matthias, the big head, yes, like Maluhon, spending 3 months in jail. But Pogba has admitted that he considered retiring from football amid alleged extortion plot against him and his family in 2022. Well, Pogba, I don't know whether to blame you, because I know that you're a quality player, or to blame Manchester United, who does not look like really, Manchester United does really look like the devil's house, because it looks now like they are a club that destroys footballers' career. Well, let me read messages from Instagram. For they accuse me that I don't read messages from Instagram, that I spend too much time on YouTube. But I mean, YouTube is my business, so that's my place. They was asking if this is recorded. No, I mean, after, because I want to listen back. Yes, it is recorded. It will be uploaded and saved up. Yes, both on the YouTube channel and on Instagram. Ibanka Smart say yes, you can. Okay, already answered. Tony of Life, you say advice: always spend less than you earn. That works. That works. Guys, I need to know your best money advice that you've gotten that has worked for you. Yeah, that works. Spend less than you earn. As a matter of fact, when I was in Brilla, I practiced that, because obviously, you know, you work in some places, there is the prospect of growth, like, oh, you can grow and become a bigger boss, you can earn more. But, you know, in our line of job, you can get stuck in one place forever. Like, you can be a presenter in 2000, and by 2040, 40 years on the job, you are still a presenter. Nothing changes, and sometimes no improvement. Especially now, I look at people working in terrestrial radio. I feel a lot for them. You know why I feel a lot for them? When I was in radio and I was earning 150, which moved up to 180, which is very small, paltry compared to, you know, the numbers that I do now. One of the things that I always use in calculation is I was considered the top earner then, and people were not happy about it, even people that I work with. But look at it from this angle. I was doing a show for 30 minutes that was sponsored then. Initially, it was sponsored by 1960bet, and it was 8.7 million per quarter. Then it came down to 6.7 million per quarter. Just wait a minute. Just when you think that, oh, that's low for 30 minutes. And then when I left, I hear that same show was put up for 3.5 million, and no sponsor was willing to take it. You know why? The digital media people now realize that is the right place to put your adverts. So the guys on terrestrial, so let's say 10 years from now, when nobody will be willing to put sponsorship on radio, or terrestrial radio, where these freelancers are now the real bosses, the guys who are doing freelance now that can come to you and say, I have this number, I have that. See, Fans Tribe that started which day have done over 100,000 subscribers on their YouTube channel. You think one person is going to take money and go and give it to one terrestrial radio that cannot prove their number? They just give you estimated assumptions. We have 2 million listeners. Where the 2 million? When we say that the same people, they call your show every day. So you see that change in 10 or 20 or 40, 50 years from now. What would happen to terrestrial radio? the dream of working, because if the station is not earning, they can't pay you. That's what it means. That's something for people to think about too. I'm just putting it out there. Before you choose, this one is, it's not a financial advice or more it's a career advice, but think well before you decide to go there. Mr. Sugar said, most advices I have gotten, I haven't used, so I am not really in the best place to say this, but you can do better is the best advice I give to myself. Okay. 69 Lima said, been wearing my name, but I made one for Osimhen last season to celebrate his achievement with Napoli. Okay, that one is good. It's a special occasion. Big Sammy OG said in-game interview is already on in the Spanish and German league during halftime. No, this one is not during halftime. During the game itself, not halftime. While the game is going on, most substitutions are done in the second half, so it is while the game is going on. Halftime interview has been there like since forever. Premier League, I just need to come out on that one. Always have passive source of income. Okay, in Nigeria, it had to get all those things. So to be very honest, this is some advice that they give for Nigeria. I remember back in the day when they brought one guy to come and teach us about money, and the guy was talking. Everybody was doing nodding, and I raised my hand. I said, sir, why is it that all this book and all this example that you have made, all of them are from the abroad? Is it that the example that they work? The example like Apple, they work for Nigeria. The guy, you could see that he was livid. His face went flush, but he tried to recover from it and try to manage it. And he said, hey, no, it depends on who you are. I said, no, sir, it's not dependent on who I am. Everything you've said here, what's it called? Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, all these are the exception to the rule, even in their own country, in America. All these Elon Musk, don't come and teach me about life and use those people. They are exception to the rule. That's why there are not 10 people doing what Elon Musk is doing. There are not 10 people doing what Jeff Bezos is doing. Show me an example from what 20, 50 people are doing and how they are succeeding in Nigeria. Because these guys, then they buy fuel. Then they shut up NEPA. NEPA, then they take life for 1 month without any recourse to fear. So you have to get involved in this conversation and give me Nigerian example. And the man wasn't happy. The man wasn't happy. My former boss also wasn't happy because he was there. His wife was there. I have the right to say my mind now. I said, if you cannot give me example here, then I have a problem with it. And then you're not giving me example of people in the Bible. That one is even worse. But let's move on to other people. Chooks EA, the executive of great furnishing and interior for your houses, your offices, your lounge, everywhere. This man's got everything that you need. Whatever you need, it's got. That's all I can say if it is furnishing, interior decoration. He said, my own financial advice was from Don Jazzy. Don't spend more than you earn. Since then, I changed my lifestyle. I also avoid women with high taste. Continue to keep us. Jesus Christ, you're a fool. This is my friend, and I idiot. Jesus, you have to go there, Sha. Okay. Wait. But when they say don't spend more than you earn, have anybody spent more than they earn before? The extra that you're spending, where it come from? Because I don't understand, but I do exactly. I understand the logic and 69 Lehman, he said, in-game interview could be a distraction during the game. A goal is about to be scored. You will be listening to a live interview. Come on. I also thought about it from that perspective. Let's go to YouTube and see what my YouTubers are saying. Michael, he said, when I wanted to start my drink event company, please, can you elaborate on that company, drink event? Let's understand what you do. I mean, it's another way to sell yourself. Somebody might just be in need of your service. Sometimes when you have the chance to sell your business on platform like this, be elaborate. There might just be somebody who watches now or will watch later that will need your services and will just contact you. That's what I think anyway. But if you don't want to, you can hold back. He said, I applied it, and since then it has been growing. I have about it, and they are doing well too. My wife, he said, I will have my own name behind it. The players can move on. You've not told us the advice. The advice you've not told us. You just run around the circle and not hit the bullseye. Babawale Olayemi, he say, Big Pedro, he say, I'd rather prefer my name. Now me buy am. I don't understand. I'll go write your name on my jersey. Tomorrow you come move to another club. You can say the little boy in you. I've always wanted to play for that club. And I wear your jersey, your name on my back. But first off, I'm too old. Everybody that plays football today, I'm older than them. So why you should be that one? I remember when I was telling like one guy called me one day, he said Davido is my mentor. And I said, sorry, sir, how old are you? He says 56. I said, Davido, that's a teenager, is your mentor. You go put my later inside of that drink. Oh, this one you look for mentor. So because I don't understand how Davido can be your mentor. How is Davido your mentor? And I mean, those who listen to the show that day, easy because the guy not happy. Say attack around. That boy was the truth. How can Davido be a mentor to a 56-year-old? I don't understand. But let's move on. Anybody will get money, they be mentor to everybody. Baba Wale Olayemi Big Pedro. He said, well, sir, a quick question. Where would you put Neymar in your Brazil all-time football? Your Brazil all-time football players is going to have a chance in the top 5. No, it's not on the top 5. Definitely not on the top 5. So you have Pele there. I like Zico and Socrates, but Brazil to still guest stars. Okay, so I have Pele there first. Let me do the comfortable one. Pele there, my all-time greatest football, striker ever. Ronaldo da Lima there. Then you have Ronaldinho there. That's 3 now. Romario must be there. Romario must be there. Then you have Romario there. That's number 4 already. Socrates, Zico. Man, Zico is great too. Okay, Neymar will fall into my all-time top 5. Yeah, Neymar, yes, number 5. Pele, Ronaldo da Lima, Rivaldo. I dropped Rivaldo with his educated left foot. Hey, yes, Oganeda, video to hey, Shineke, God of Heaven. Oh, Oganeda, Abada, bro. Pele, Ronaldo da Lima, Ronaldinho, Romario, Neymar. Yeah, Neymar is in the top 5. Yes. He's in the top 5. Yes, he's in the top 5. Neymar is in the top 5. Neymar, I will play ball. Forget, say he come for a generation of Agbaro players. Agbaro people. Rosalino vessel. But no, Kaká no did that now. Leave Kaká. So not be Bible that they talk. Not Bible study that they talk. Football with they talk. Kaká. Which Kaká? Leave Kaká. What's the difference between Kaká and Bebeto? Kaká beg. Kaká for AC Milan for Champions. We talk of Brazil. 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 That Brazil now we talk about. Maybe leave Kaká first. Yes, I'm not saying win World Cup, but leave Kaká. Kaká no need for that. Kaká is just regular. Kaká cannot be above Zico self or Socrates, to be very honest. If they look Jazinho, all those people, Kaká they under them. He's on my top 5. I put him on my top 5. Yes. The other one say, hey, Elegant one of make I not go talk nonsense. Good morning. Mom, like I say, my daughter and her mother don't like going out. So if she greets anyone, I will know. I get one like that for house. That one, she's not going to tell her mother. She will just make me look like the oldest married man in the world. Like, you're married, you shouldn't be. And she says it, okay, says that generation is their age. She says it without realizing that, okay, look, this is my dad. Like, I should have respect. Like the way we grew up in the fear of we fear our parents more than we fear God. These children don't even fear us. I wonder how they would fear God. But the other one say, one of the best financial advice is never rent a house that will take you more than 3 to 4 or at least 5 months salary to pay. Does that really work in Nigeria? Because I've always lived in the houses that is way more than my salary for like my 1 year rent was always more than my 2 years salary. Let me be very honest here. I've always had this idea that every other thing can be bad. My house must be comfortable. I don't care what anybody talk. That's me. My house must be comfortable. No, the others will say for Lagos, you want to live in Lagos. I'm saying you go live for Ishaga, be what they call them, or Shasha, or that place where you have to go turn for Ogun State before you enter back to Lagos. I don't know. That's me. I'm not changing anybody. The last was a good one for the Eagles on winning the game yesterday. icing on the cake. Ufuma Idijala says, good morning, Elegbete. They should, I beg, vet their question because adrenaline is usually high immediately coming out. It is a nice one, but it can lead to a Lukaku type of response against Chelsea. I'm afraid because it will cause problem. In my opinion, too, I agree with you on that one. Because go ask what if that guy will get whited for Tottenham Hotspur? That Richarlison. Go ask him more question. Go give him if he punch your eye. Man United na Devil's House. So according to Adijala Fuma, most players have seen their career nosedive in recent times. Temi said there's still a problem with that midfield. Don't let this performance against Satume to deceive you. I agree with you. Michael Eleta, he said, with the rate at which Victor Osimhen is going, it will soon etch his name into record books by beating Rashidi Yekini record as the player with the highest number of goals for Nigeria. 50 years from now, nobody in Nigerian football will know who Rashidi Yekini is. That's the sad part of history. Okay. And because we don't keep clips, some clips cannot even be found anymore, and we'll be out of talking about him. Temi says, sir, do you think Victor will beat Big Rashidi? Like he go so beat him, he go past 47, right? Victor Osimhen has covered at 40 goals. Eze Patrick says, so Victor Osimhen is doing 5 goals a year now, right? 5 goals a year if you're not injured, and he's 25. In the next 5 years, if he does 5 goals every year, let's put it that way now. Let's put it 5. In the next 5 years, it's 25 goals. He's already got 20. He's at 45 goals already. That's the way you calculate it. But you know, when he starts growing older, he might not get to play regularly. But I think that he might even go past the 5. I think we'll still have one or two more games this year, and unless he gets injured, no stopping him. And to think that he didn't go to the Nations Cup in Cameroon, it's not gone to the World Cup because we didn't qualify for the last World Cup. He's missed out on some games, and 20 goals in 26 games. That's an incredible record. Rashidi Yekini played from 1982 to 1998. That's a long time to score only 37 goals. As an all-time highest goal scorer. I'm not trying to talk him down. I'm just stating the obvious, in terms of record and all that. But we'll see. I think that it would break the record. As Patrick say, my highlight for yesterday was when he lost the ball in the box and then chased the player to the center of the pitch and won the ball back, and the crowd cheered so loudly. All we want to see Nazil. Yeah, that's the attitude you want from your players, especially when you're playing in front of your own fans. But anyway, that's how you should play. Michael Elita, I say one of the greatest financial advice I have had and practice is never collect a loan for liabilities and never collect a loan without a workable plan on how to repay it. It always leads to disaster. I've heard people say, so I drive a Honda City. What happened was when Lai took my car, I needed to get a car. Getting a car was not a show-off. It was a here to there. And I had the money to buy exactly the Camry that I was taking, but it was going to cost me 1.8 million naira. And then I saw this Honda City for 750. So I spoke with a few friends of mine, and they said, no, if you buy that one, it will be let down. Your level will not drop. So your chairman will not say enough for your hand. I said, but my chairman is worth 6 billion. He can always fall my hand. We're not there in competition. This is, even if I buy Camry, I'm not still there for a level. I just need something that will take me and my family here to there. I want to do school runs. Maybe school bus is not coming or something happens. I need to quickly run from here to there. I will take it. Remember that time I was just about to start my business. That was 2017. Why would I go and spend 1.8 or 2 million to buy a car? And even till today, people are like, are you still driving this car? Yes, I am. I service it, I maintain it, and it's just there. It takes me buy fuel, go there, come back, go for meetings. If I don't want to use car, I use Uber. But why is it that it is outsiders that is always bothered about the car that you drive? Hey, it have been you now this car you use or your phone. Why una they do that thing? When I see Nollywood star, they sell cricket. When I say a whole you, if you can't go do ritual now, when I say a whole you again, where will I stand on this matter? For money matter, not the competition. Everybody according to their budget. Well, let's go on. I don't think I need a loan for liability. Even for my business, say, oh, brother, you should take a loan for this. No, that equipment, I go buy it, but not, I don't want to take a loan because this job does not instantly return investment. And I don't want any bank come here when they can't give me problems. So I'm on my space. Okay. Olanari Ogbari say, Ronaldinho no day your top 5. You know, yeah, when I call Ronaldinho for number 3, bros. I said Pele, Ronaldo da Lima, Ronaldinho, Romario, and Neymar. 5. That's 5. The other I said Pele, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, no, Rivaldo, Romario, Neymar would be in my top 10, though. Okay, that's your own. Here's a Patrick say, greatest financial advice came from a friend. Learn to say no to certain things and certain people will move. Oh, I don't do that one since I know how to say no, but I also struggle with saying no to people, especially if I know that they are really in need. I wrote to my guy. Said, good job, Super Eagles. Let's build on this one. My mama, he said, I'm into drinks management for parties and dorime activities. We buy drinks, water, soda, malt, juice, non-alcoholic wine, red wine, and spirits, liquor. The things why I need to drink plenty, yo. Like that dorime now, it can never happen to me. That thing with the dorime, it can never happen. I don't drink alcohol. I don't even get sense. Same when they do dorime for people when they drink malt. Now, I'm not going to drink malt or Fanta, not the sugar things anymore, or juice. Una see they do dorime for juice, but una witchcraft just the one show say some people poor, they'll call the reason their life, and then if person still buy pack of juice, wanna do their own type of low budget dorime for them. But witchcraft like the Mayowa, they're not gonna agree to them. We chill it and sell if we do dorime activities. Okay, it's a Patrick say. We don't have tech history. Sadly, anybody will won't make them remember need write book. Okay, Rashidi Akini no write book. The other one to say halftime questions. That one can be tough. If you know a certain canton, then you be careful the kind of question you ask. When I read that, the first thing I thought was Zlatan is playing in the Premier League. Is that a bad game? They substituted him, and you go there. Hey, Zlatan. What happened today? We're expecting you to do this, and you didn't play well. That as are you an idiot? Have you played football before? You see, you take the line and run all the time, right? I'm a god. A god does not have a bad day. You just don't know your job. People go leave match. Either they air that thing, people go leave match. Say, I beg, let's put that in on replay. That one is better. The alarm one just says. Osimhen should comfortably break Yakini's goal record, but then that's what we have been saying about those before Osimhen. None of them have scored like Osimhen. If he continues this way, though, he can exceedingly surpass it. One of the things that can slow Osimhen down is since Osimhen burst into the scene, one thing you can notice is that he's the only man, he's the go-to guy. This one that Victor Boniface is coming. If that guy scored like 2 or 3 goals, he go want to start his own road. You know, because the thing about having more strikers is that you cannot also substitute Osimhen, you can also take him out, you can also rest him, and then give the others a chance. Tawawani is not resting. Victor Boniface does look like a guy that will cause problem. What the sweet part is in that attack, there is so much competition. I like that already. I wish we can have that in the midfield. And in the defense, I wish we can find the right mix because that defense right now, we have players, we have bodies there, but the center of the defense is where my problem lies. I don't think we have the right people in the center of the defense. But in other parts, fullback, I mean, we have Jamil Collins, we have Dimitri, we have everybody. Bassi, who are playing the center back, to do better in the fullback because his crosses are very, very educated crosses as well. Crosses are PH. We're still looking for the D. And, all of those things can work, but let's say I go Zania plus the fact that we don't really have the right goalkeepers. I mean, I'm not running down the guys that we have right now, but in terms of quality compared to what we used to having the Rufais, the Okalas, the Fregenes, Wilfred Agbonibare. I don't know. Nigerians used to mock Agbonibare, but every game is played, we scored. Maybe we conceded 1 goal, but we scored like 4 goals. Nigeria 4-1, Cote d'Ivoire 4-1. But people used to mock. Now, if you compare Agbonibare to the current goalkeepers that we have. Sabana. Hassan Agada says, Oga Elegbete, you now competition they finish us for Nigeria. You know that thing, that word, it's crazy. A whole you. I went to one event one day. One guy called Joe Baba back in the day. I remember this very well because it was strange. And I was using that. Remember that Nokia DSTV Nokia phone? That Nokia phone that had DSTV. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was a Nokia partnership with DSTV. Just I have it there. And the guy came, and it was I don't know. He had BlackBerry, and then one thing later, he just said, "Oh, you know, Nokia phone you to use. You know how they use BlackBerry." I don't know if they made it for you know me as I didn't give back. If you give me one, I'll give you two. So I just looked at him as like, wait, oh, there's no BlackBerry with my name on it. Like I don't understand why a whole me, who I be, and you know we had that heated argument, and that led to us going our separate way because sometimes I don't want very useless people in my space, honestly speaking. And I told him off. And people said, no, I shouldn't have done that. It's trying to inspire me. I said, no, it's not trying to inspire me. It's trying to be a fool. And we should keep it that way. Most times that a whole you is what messes people up. You have a good plan for your life, you know where you're coming from and where you're going until one or two person come with that statement. A whole you, you don't big pass this one now. You're not supposed to go Amalajoy and go eat now. You're supposed to go Intercontinental Hotel. But you know how much at the end. You know what it might be. You know family people why they send they go school. You don't know all that. So don't tell me a whole me. I like everything what I like. Leave on like that. I'm content. After the Bible says that contentment with godliness is great gain. I don't know what the word on a whole one. Make I advertise my business to which business? Your PhD business. Oh yeah, advertiser. Go ahead. You na shareholder. Tell me, say, what is your target for Pesero this AFCON? Do you think this squad is good enough? So I'm not one of those people who have target, but I always say that surpass your last performance. Our last performance is round of 16, so his target has already been given to him by his employers, and they still get to the semifinals, and we're good. So let's just keep it there. I agree that Nigerians should always be in the last four of any tournament, and from there on, anything can happen. So I also say semifinals is fine, but if he does get to the quarterfinals, we still don't have a goalkeeper. I've not seen any team win a Nations Cup with the type of goalkeepers we have. I'm going to be very honest because we're going to meet teams that are 10 times, 100 times better than Santomé and Principe. We're going to have problems. Let's not forget that just recently we lost in Abuja to Guinea. Guinea is not on the map of football in Africa. They beat us 1-0 not because they were good attacking wise, but they were good defensively as a unit. We didn't qualify for the World Cup because Ghana came here and defensively they were solid, and that was very difficult for us. So if you look at all of that as an indices to judge the way an analyst would do, then you will say to yourself that we really don't have what it takes to raise our hope very high and say we're going to win the World Cup. But then, the Nations Cup. But then sometimes you just arrive at the moment and everything just work for you. Stephen Keshi 2013 team is a case in point. We were 15 minutes away from being knocked out of the group stage. Victor Moses scored 2 penalties against Ethiopia. If I'm not mistaken, it was Nigeria, Burkina Faso, Zambia, and Ethiopia in that group. And we went on to win the tournament. If we had not scored those 2 penalties, maybe the story would have been different. So we might just arrive at the right time, and other teams are losing one player, not in the right form, and we are there. Again, the last Nations Cup we went to, people forget that Odiagalo didn't make it, Victor Osimhen was injured, and those two may have just made a difference in the tournament. But hey, this happened again. So timing and the group of players that we have at the time might decide what happened. But my expectation is get to the quarterfinals and then push it up to the semifinals. You get to semifinals, I think I'll be fine with him. But yeah, it is what it is. The Olara say a whole you Naim they make small dog, they collect big name, we go kill him. I not go for that. Peer pressure never work my body. He heard what pressure says. Good afternoon, bros. Just joining in. I couldn't watch Nigeria match yesterday. Please kindly recommend an online TV or app where I can stream live matches if you know any. I really don't know, but I think Score 808 they try, and then there are a few other ones that I see some of my guys always share, but I don't know. He heard what pressure says. At the moment I hear a whole you have triggered my sarcastic mode, and I'm surely give you back. Peer pressure has nothing on me. Me too. Me and you now one. Tell says Uzo Okoye Bankole Omo keepers no day. That's just the basic truth. That's the fact of the matter. Let's go to Instagram. Some people have been putting up a lot of comment there. Let's see where I stopped last time. Whoa, plenty of Jesus, hey, I'm not gonna go to my inbox to my DM today again. Oh, I don't know my DM. They go swear for me now. Say they go hate on me, but the Boniface interview, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I just, when they agreed to do interview 2 days ago, I just told them that no, it does not, it will not work because the time is not good. If I get do that interview, it will not work. Okay, so this is where I stopped. Let me continue now and see. Let's see what I can. This is the problem I have with Instagram. This is my problem with Instagram. Instagram will just be doing their own turning on their own when they're not set up. All right. Kill the I say Kaka. No, Kaka not in my list. Rajesh is Omo Brazil stars, don't make you the take. Yes, so don't tell me to Sabino. So Kill the I say agree, but if the list extend, I will put him there. They say na top 5. Na top 5, they tell me make a top. Rajesh say, please, sir, please don't forget the Boniface interview you wishing to give us. No, I would. It's already a signed up agreement that we will do the interview, but I was supposed to do it on Saturday. And this interview was planned for Wednesday. And then one thing led to the other. They moved from the hotel that they were to I think it is 4 Points and my Sheraton. And then before they settled in, they had team meeting. It was long. By Thursday, they had training. By Friday, was supposed to do it, but something happened. Then they agreed for Saturday night. But I was the one that turned the Saturday night down. As a footballer, the day to the game, there's a lot of activities. You should be resting. If we're going to do that interview for the two of them, it's going to take about 2 hours. To take 2 hours out of their time, I don't think I want to be responsible for that. So I told them, finish your game, and then after the game, we'll do the interview when you're gone. I didn't know that Giftama was going to get injured and be removed from the game. But hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's not. Yes, I want numbers to grow, but I don't want to do it at the detriment of anybody's job because I wouldn't like anybody doing that to me. Papa Juma say, work hard and believe in yourself does not count as actionable information. This is 99% of the self-help writings. Hard work is overrated. Yes, it matters. It is necessary, but not sufficient, really. Papa Juma said, positive mentality is garbage. Hormones, energy is real. Good hormones, you will effortlessly feel good and have a positive mentality. Okay, we don't the quote from book. Papa Juma say, with bad hormones, you would effortlessly feel bad and have a negative mentality. And I never ever get bad hormones with that because I don't understand. When I get bills to pay, I get children to take care of, I'll go get bad hormones. I work for Brilla 30 years. I don't go late once. It is I don't get bad hormones. My wife born 1 o'clock, 1:02 p.m. My son, 2012, 3 o'clock at this studio. Don't family me back today with her. I paid the nurse 2K. The last 2K in my hand. I pay him back. I can't enter a bus. I came with 200 naira. Go work, come back. See, then they get bad hormones for work. If you hustling man, they get bad hormones. Now, mood swing. Now for people where they get money. Now for people where they belly full. Mood swing, hormones, all those talk when I talk. Now for people where get money. And all those hormones talk. I think only women they get hormone. Man, they get hormones. I don't know. I think only women. I don't know this one. Whether your wife they use your phone today, I don't know. The problem is that many people treat hard work as if it is the only factor in success, when in reality it is one of the many factors, but is a key factor, right? So there are so many things that you use in food, but imagine say they serve you food with vegetable day, oil day, salt day, pepper day, maggi day, but no fish, no meat. So that becomes a problem. Hard work is the fish and the meat of the food. I know say people will say I go eat empty food until you eat it like 3 times. You know say to eat empty food the hard way. That's my financial advice. That's not really financial advice. You can work hard and not have money. There's financial advice that is related to money. Okay, Rajan say now expert they drive Honda sha. The Honda hand no they come out. No they come out. I don't understand. I don't understand that. Another financial advice from me: money is the root of all dash dash dash. If you answer problems, you have a wrong mindset and you will never be rich, bros. If I say I understand it to you, the right here, I lie you. Rajesh say competition for places is good for the Eagles. I agree with you. And then he went on to say, Papa Jumai says You can't attain the things which you appear to hate or consider to be a negative influence on your life. In reality, money is the root of all power. This guy is reading from all those seven book of Moses. Money is a physical embodiment of power. Money helps you get things done. It opens up access to powerful people. Really, I don't know. I get access to powerful people. I don't get money. Precious Semenike say, bros, it's bad. Even MTN can't show our national team match live. MTN, what do you consider MTN and our national team match live? This thing, I'm sure it's NTA you wanted to say. So let me explain, educate people on this one. To show match, like all this CAF competition or FIFA competition, have to do with broadcast rights. If you don't have the broadcast right, you cannot show it. I would have loved to be streaming the matches live on my YouTube channel, but I don't get the broadcast. If I try, I will take my channel down. So it's not about showing it. It's about, do you have the broadcast right? The match was on Super Sports. And if you can't watch it on Super Sports, go get Showmaster. I'm not doing advert for them, but you should stop blaming people and get educated. I've got people, too many people blame the wrong people for something. If one person get the broadcast, it's like saying Silverbet should be showing Premier League and Champions League. How? They don't have the broadcast right. Nigerian match not be free to air. Even if not free to air, it costs a whole lot to broadcast Nigerian game in Oyo. A media where we say their office in Lagos, plus or minus, that's a 40-45 million naira project. Because the crew, like that game, okay, that game is now Obi-Wan they use, long Obi-Wan. So for DSTV that brought that game, that's a 150 million naira project. You said they see the money they pick up. So it's not about NTA, it's about having the broadcast right. If you don't have it, you don't have it. There's nothing you can do. KOW say, I like that left back, but Zaidu is better. Plus, I was expecting the coach to give gifts. Orban is injured. A run after Osimhen have had his hat-trick. Midfield still remains a suspect, especially with Frank playing okay, like he's in his parlor. Make I advise my YouTube channel too, sir. Make I advertise my YouTube channel. Go ahead. Precious K01. He said, I don't even have a good creative midfielder. We don't even have a good creative midfielder to feed the striker. So now I understand. I'm sure Natoso will get world-class players everywhere before. KOW said, Ian Nacho did well. Yeah, I know it was Satome, but I looked at the quality of the true ball coming in from him and the ideas behind it. Yeah, he did well. I think it is the best game that Kelechi Iheanacho has had. Okay, Rajesh said, we don't want golden bronze AFCON trophy for nothing. No. That's all I talk way on. I think we'll come up around the system. I don't start. This small Raju, where Rajesh way do face like who rub excess bleaching cream. You don't start. You don't start, Abi. Well done. Here they were precious. See, the moment I hear okay, tell me say I read that one. The other one is a child. I remember Victor Agbonibare. No, not Victor Agbonibare. That's another one. Wilfred Agbonibare is the name. Okay, it's Victor Agbonifo that you know. Wilfred Agbonibare, the late Wilfred Agbonibare. He said it was the unnecessary scapegoat of that time, and anytime Eagles didn't do well, like David Deji did get of Man United. My Mike, I said, what did I do? You encourage us to advertise, and now I don't be wicked person. Want to do the remake for people with the drink some drink too. Want to do the remake for people with the drink juice. What's happen? No one the like today me, and I say there be some days. I don't have to the first people, so whether they do it, they do like that. The most important thing we say, we're pushing where we're pushing and we're growing where we're growing. Well, we've come to the end of the show. Unfortunately, I can't take messages from my DM anymore. There are so many messages here and I can't push it anymore. Thank you very much for your time. I gotta go. I've got a meeting. League matters. Now we don't do national team games, so let's go make sure that this weekend when it comes so we are able to play the league. The league must start. Let's do the ones that we can do. I say, but please, if you never subscribe to the channel, do what to subscribe. We're working very hard to give you the very best that we can give you. Thank you very much. My name is Daffy Mathias. I love to come in a little bit on the sports. It's been a good time on the sports buffet with you guys this morning. Stay blessed. Always be the solution and not the problem. Have a wonderful day. Best financial advice I got was from the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. It's a very small book, taught me about keeping money within your circle. And have I practiced it? Yes, I'm practicing it with a group of people now, trying to say, okay, let's put a 10 years project in place where 10 years time, all of us would at least have a minimum of 10 million naira each. Okay, but we would create that wealth out of practically nothing, mostly highest 5,000 naira every week. And I think it's working. It's working because I'm seeing the result already. It's working and it's a very good one. Help other people to grow so that you too will grow. That's a very great financial advice that I got from someone by the name Ali Baba. Yes, a great comedian. A Toyota Akbobo Mary. Yes, that's the guy. All right, wonderful day. A great Monday. May your wishes come true if they are good ones. And if they are bad ones, please, if you're the ones that are wishing for people to die, let it come back to you so that you experience what you wish people. Bye-bye.